Salutations, everyone. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a last minute treat for me, and I appreciate him for coming through. This is one of my cousins. His name is John Covington, and so he agreed to come on, and we're going to get into his life, his career, his philanthropic work, nonprofit organization that is gearing towards shaping the lives of the youth. And so, I have to put my bra back on and come on in front of y'all and to make sure that we have this great conversation. So let's bring them up. Hey, John, what's up?
Hey, what up, cuz?
Hey, hey, so how you been? It's been a minute.
Nah, it ain't been that long, but yeah,
It's
ain't
been,
been that long.
yeah, it's been what? Cousin Dickie's birthday was what? That was a couple of years ago.
Oh, that's about 2 years ago. You're right. I moved to Texas the next day, right?
Yes, I remember we had the conversation when you took me back to the hotel that time. Yes, how's it going for you?
It's going amazing, man. I'm
Yeah.
blessed.
Oh,
I'm
so
blessed.
amazing is good. So I'm glad it's amazing. But let's go back a little bit. Go back to your upbringing. Did you grow up good upbringing? Don't filter anything out. Let me know what it was like.
Oof. We jumping right into it.
Yes. Your basic reaction is tea. It sounds like tea to me because I'm basically reaction right now. Yes.
um, how do I think how I like to describe my upbringing, I like to typically describe it as a typical young black boy upbringing in the hood. I don't know where to start.
Okay, I'm gonna help you out. Start. You said little black kid in the hood. Was you in a one parent house, single parent household, two parent household, siblings, cousins? Different personalities. Did were there roaches scattered when the lights come on? I mean, no.
Just get it when the lights come on. Uh, I, I, it's weird, right? So I partly grew up in the system, but I didn't at the same time, right?
Elaborate.
So my mom used to date my oldest brother's dad, right?
Okay.
They were they had foster care.
Mhm.
So because my oldest brother was there and his dad's mom and sister were raising him, I was allowed to be in the household too.
Okay.
The only difference was because they weren't biologically my parents, I came up under foster care in that sense. If it makes sense.
No, it does. Now that you
Right.
explained it, I got it.
Yeah. And um uh left my grandma it's so much. I got so much going through my head. I'm trying to spill out. Let me
Yes.
reel it in. Let me reel it in because it's a long story. Um, um, it was back and forth between New Jersey and New York,
Okay.
right? So I was in New York, then I went to Jersey, then I went back to New York, then I went back to Jersey, right? The best way I can say it is it was confusing, it's conflicting, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It wasn't really structured. Um,
So, just kind of piggyback on what you're saying right now so far. Did you feel any type of isolation? Did you feel any type of belonging? Did you feel that you
Well,
had?
I can't say that I felt isolated. I can't say that. I can't say that, right?
Okay.
Because I was embraced, right?
Okay. So you wasn't okay. You felt loved.
When grandma was alive.
Mhm.
I felt genuine love when grandma was alive.
Got it. Got it.
After grandma died in 91, 92, and it really went downhill after that. I was a straight A honor student in school.
I would too.
And I say that and I say that pride and I say that with pride and joy.
Good.
Um, I think that was the greatest thing I had going for me.
Oh, don't say that. No, we're gonna get more into that. No, there's a lot of great things in you, but
At the time. At the
yeah,
time.
at the time, okay.
At the time.
Okay, so you know what? That's what you believed at the time, but
Yeah.
I don't believe it's true. But I mean, I didn't grow up with you, but I don't believe that's true. But I understand how you felt at the time, being in the space that you were in. So I get where you're coming from there. But I remember we had a conversation one time. You said you go up on Harrison Avenue, not too far from me. So that's crazy to me.
Well, so I lived on Davidson.
Davidson.
I
Okay,
lived on Davidson. But when we got older, my sister moved to Harrison.
got you.
So I used to be on Harrison all the time.
Yeah, and I used to I was raised in university. Well, I grew up on
Yeah,
Townsend,
University around the back block. Yeah.
Morris Heights. Yes, and we were right near each other. Didn't even know. You know,
That's crazy.
it was crazy. That's when you told me that. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, I used to run all up and down there.
Yeah, we could have been kissing cousins. We could have been kissing cousins, John. You see?
And we wouldn't even know it.
Yeah,
Wouldn't even know it.
all up in there.
But even if I double back into my childhood, right? Because I don't want to. I
Yes.
want to give you something. I don't want to not give it to you, right? And I want to be able to give it to you. I want to articulate this in a manner that your listener can understand. So, a lot of people used to compare me to Fresh. I don't know if anybody ever seen the movie Fresh, but if you ever seen the movie Fresh, that's what everybody used to compare me to. That's like, oh, that's young Fresh right there.
Okay, so let me bookmark that. Fresh is a coming of age movie starring Sean Nelson as Fresh, and then it was Samuel L. Jackson in a role as his father. And growing up, Fresh was a young drug dealer, and I think he was in middle school at the time. So he had to navigate his life, in and out of school, in and out of foster care. I think that's why John is mentioning that, in and out of foster care, and having been in a position to protect his older sister, played by Nubushi, right? And just having to work with all these adults. So he had to take on those type of roles. So please watch that movie, by the way. It's a cult classic. So I just want to kind of give a little brief overview of what the movie was about.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a classic. Definitely a classic.
Yes.
What I would say, I went to school, I had friends, I went outside, I had fun. A lot of what I learned was from being outside. I learned my manners outside. I learned my manners inside. I will say, my grandmother was, she's had a lot of health problems. So I was always the one assisting, making sure that she had her medicine. She took her asthma machine was hooked up every night. I go to the store for her. So there were manners that I grew up with that I still carry with me to this day. Just from being that person to my grandmother.
Did you have any male figures?
Say that one more time.
Did you have any male figures in your life that you modeled after or aspired to be?
No. I didn't have any male figures in my life that I modeled after. At that time, no. No. I tell you, I don't even know my biological dad to this day. I don't know. You might know.
I might. You might hit them around the block too.
Well, I tell you what, I talked to one of my aunts. That's another story. So I talked to my stepdad, who I call dad. I call him my real dad now.
Right.
I talked to him to let him know it's about this is 2020, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to him. I said, "Hey, man, we got to find my real dad. I don't want to die not meeting my biological dad." So he told me to reach out to my aunt Peachy. I reached out to my aunt Peachy. My aunt Peachy knew exactly who I was looking for. Like, she knew exactly who I was looking for. I was able to get a hold of his brother and another one of his sons.
Okay.
They gave me his contact information. I reached out to contact him 2 or 3 times. I left a voicemail. He didn't respond. He never called back. And that is the extent of how far. That's the extent of that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you haven't heard from he didn't reach back at all.
Nope.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Man, he never reached back. And but I didn't want to, go all over my life and not make that attempt. I think at the time, was it 21, 22? That was like it was like the final level
Mm,
of beating my childhood that I had to overcome. Um,
absolutely.
and I made the attempt. I made the attempt multiple times, but we didn't get anywhere. So I don't feel bad, right? Um,
Right, you should.
you got to think how old am I at the time? I'm 40, 39, 40 at the time. I mean, I don't know what was going through his mind. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't pan out, and we,
Mm,
we move right along.
right, absolutely.
If you see this, salute, bro. You know what I mean? I'm doing great. Got 4 beautiful girls, and they see me all the time.
Oh, girls. But let me go back to your childhood real quick, because you said because I know we kind of veered towards the male
Right.
figure, like you was going into how you were able to be um that protector or that person for your grandmother, right? And so where did you go to school? And you said you was an honor student, but what was that experience like for you? The education piece.
It came easy. Um,
Hmm,
yeah, school wasn't something that was.
that's the first.
School wasn't something that was. Yeah, school was never difficult for me. Um, I'm one of those. I'm one of those people that you meet in life, and they go, "God damn, he get everything." You know. I just have a. I don't know. I just have a unique ability to understand.
Mm.
I understand very quickly.
Yeah, I wish a lot of us had that ability to understand and comprehend stuff. Because I know I have that selective selective comprehension sometimes. So I wish I had that. So where do you think that comes from?
I have no idea.
Mm.
I have no idea. I've been an honor student since I can remember. Like I
So,
don't even study. Like I don't even study.
wow, that is a gift from God. I mean,
Yeah, I don't even study. I've never studied. Like I don't do any. I've never done any of that.
do you believe in God, or I'm like I don't want to impose. Like, what do you believe in?
I believe in higher power.
Okay, wow,
I,
okay,
I believe that I'm not religious,
okay. I
right?
just that's why I want to ask first, because I want to.
But that can get into my childhood. So that's another piece of my childhood. So, um, and now that we touch on subjects, I can tell you where it came from. So, um, like I said, I lived with my grandma. My grandma was Baptist.
Okay,
Um, my real mom, when I lived with my mom was Jehovah Witness.
Jehovah's Witness. Yeah.
Elaine's a Christian. I went to church with a friend and his family. They were Pentecostal. Um, so at a young age, I had a lot of experience with a lot of different religions.
Yeah, melting pot of them. Yeah.
Right. And I never understood why we needed so many different religions if we serve one God.
That's my
Right.
position too. That's my position too.
So I just dropped religion completely. I probably read the Bible twice,
Mm.
front to back. Um,
And what was it like for you? I mean, what did you get from it?
so it's very difficult to, and I don't want to go too in depth, but it's very difficult sometimes. And I'll give you an example. Uh, in Genesis, it tells you God created the heavens and the earth and Adam and Eve and all that. When you go to school teach you science and the Neanderthals
Right.
and adaptation to the environment. There's a contradiction right there.
Yes.
Right?
Mm.
Um, so I'm at an age, and even at an earlier age, I was at an age where I knew right from right, I knew wrong from wrong, and I make no excuse for anything. I know right from right, I know wrong from wrong. When I'm wrong, I take what come to me like a man and deal with it. And I just move on about my life that way.
Okay. That's interesting. So you're saying that you say you're more of a spiritual person. Is that fair, or I just want
Well, I am technically an empath.
to
I am
agnostic
technically I am technically an empath,
empath? Okay.
right? So um, I believe everything has energy,
Mm,
right?
okay.
So I would more say so. I'm an energy person. I mean, some people describe it as spiritual. Some people, describe it as being something else. Um, I just know energy around me. I can feel absolute energy wherever it is. So I don't know what to call that.
Right. No. I know.
Right.
I respect it and I understand it. Even if we have our spiritual paths may not align the same way, but I get your approach to it. So
And
I.
I don't, and I don't, and let me say this: I don't have any ill will toward anybody who believes in something different or does something different.
Mhm.
I think you should do what helps you navigate your life the best. Um, and I don't point a finger or tell you you're wrong or I can't. Our experiences are too different.
Okay, and that's fair. That's fair enough. I mean, sometimes you have to be neutral in all of this. Sometimes you got to just have take the politically correct approach to avoid anything else from escalating. So I get it.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, a lot of I reach a level of peace where we can
Yeah.
discuss these things, right? If because confrontation, whether it's intense or whether it's calm, it's still confrontation, right?
Right. Right.
We can have a disagreement about something, no matter what it is. Um, and I can walk away with understanding your point of view. It may not change mine,
Right.
but I
Right.
can understand how you got from point A to point B,
Right.
and
Maintain
I
an
can and I can respect it, and I can respect it.
right. Maintain an open mind. Just as
Hmm.
you're able to hear a different perspective, it doesn't mean you have to fall in line, like you said, but you understand the perspective of it all.
Hmm.
Sorry. So yeah, but I appreciate you sharing your perspective actually. So that's enlightening. That's enlightening enough for me. So,
Yeah, I think, I'll finish it off with this. I think good people are going to be good people.
hmm
Bad people are going to be bad people.
do you think there's an in between?
I mean, yeah, there's always an in between because nobody's perfect, right?
Nobody. Nobody.
Nobody's perfect. Am I good 24/7? No, I try to be, but I'm not.
Yeah, but
And I
that's where
can
the
open.
yeah, that's where the art of discernment comes in.
Hmm.
When you have that perspective, that's where the art of discernment comes in of who
And
able. Yeah,
experience plays a big part of that. Experience plays a big part of it. I tell
absolutely.
my kids, something I tell my children is sometimes you can't see past your experience, right?
You shouldn't.
But you
Uh,
can't. You
yeah,
can't. It's impossible, right?
right.
Um, if you can't see past your experience, how am I to tell someone that
How to navigate.
that
How.
I haven't that I
Mhm.
haven't experienced what they've experienced? I can't.
It makes you less relatable.
Of course, it will be,
Yeah.
right? And that's normal. But I mean, we come from all different walks of life. So I think the best thing, that I try to do is just respect where people come from.
Absolutely. All right. So let me okay, because you went through this the schooling and you said, that you're such a genius at this. So you went through school and
No, I really did. School was like a walk in the park.
yeah,
I don't
well,
know. I don't know if the curriculum was
yeah,
was was
right. It probably wasn't
easy.
enough, right? Yeah, it didn't challenge you enough.
Yeah, it didn't challenge me. School never challenged me.
So what did challenge you? Well, I mean, I'll get to that. Just bookmark that. What did challenge you at some point? But okay, so once you went through high school, and what was high school like for you? Were you popular? Were you did you have any extracurricular activities that you were
High
involved?
school, high school was fun. I remember. I'll tell you what. School didn't challenge me so much that it got boring, and I got lazy, and I almost failed in my senior year because I was tired. I was like, man, this shit whack. Was like,
Really?
I got tired of going. Like I really got tired of going. And I almost ruined my senior year and got left back
Why?
because I was tired of going. I was
Okay.
tired. But then I saw them grades, and my teachers came to me and said, "Hey, man, you failing this class and this class. You're not gonna graduate. I'm letting you know you're not gonna graduate." So
Yeah,
I,
I mean, yeah. Why
so
wait till the senior year to screw up?
yeah, I know. So I strapped my boots up and got up out of there
Yeah.
because it was. But that's what I'm saying. I went from almost failing to passing. No, I was actually failing two classes. Actually,
You was
I was
feeling,
actually failing two classes.
and you had to step it back up.
I had to step back up. Yeah, but it was like easy. I'm not even, and it was just easy. Like I'm one of those people where it's like, I remember when I joined the military. We'll get there too.
Yes, yes.
But I remember when I joined the military, they made me the study monitor tester for the flight
Mm.
because I knew everything in the book just from reading it one time.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. When I was in fourth grade, I was in uh I was in CES 32
I'm 32. Okay.
in fourth grade,
Um,
and we had a play that we had to do at the end of the school year. So everybody received the scripts in class, and we used to go over the script in class. I done read the script from front to back.
mm.
We're in class. No, I'm just we're in class. I don't even have my script. I left my script home. We're going through the script. I don't have my script. I know my part. I know his part. I know her part. I know they part. And the teacher, I'm telling you, it was so crazy because I'd be in class with the script, with no script. I'd be in class with no script. Knowing when my line come, when the next person line, who line it, this your line, telling them in class, the fourth grade.
You know what? You know what? You sound like just now. You sound like Will Smith. You remember the story? Did you hear the story about how when he first started Fresh Prince and he was mouthing off everybody's lines? Like, you sound like him.
Nah, I never heard that story.
Yeah,
Oh man, now I gotta look it up. Now I
yeah.
gotta
The
look it
first
up.
couple of seasons, and you notice it too. You will notice it. You look at the episode. Remember the John Cheadle episode when he came to visit from Philly? The
Yeah. I
He
remember
played
that
Ice
too.
Pick. He played Ice Pick, and you would see him mouthing off the lines
That's
during the
crazy.
scene, and that sound just like what you was talking about. But let me ask you,
And it was
did,
funny. Let me
sorry,
last piece of that story. It was funny. So you know how you walk the hallways with the teachers when you go from this class to that class to PE, recess, bathroom, lunch, all that.
right?
The teacher would just pull me out of line with another teacher because she was so proud. She'd be like, "What's the last line of the script?" Now I gotta blurt the last line of the script. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just on the spot. She used to do it on the spot, like all the time.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And the other
Amazing.
people, they couldn't believe it.
So let me ask you, did that like with with your abilities throughout school, did that have an effect on how the other kids treat you? Because they can't stand smart kids. The
Nah, I was cool. Nah, I was
the
cool.
smart kids. You never had to dumb yourself down or anything.
No, everybody knew I was smart. Like,
Right.
and I was cool. Like, you gotta think like I played sports with everybody. I was an athlete. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did everything with everybody. So I hung out with everybody. So for me, it wasn't like I didn't have to dumb myself down. If anything, I was trying to help people.
Good, good. I'm glad because I know a lot of people don't have that same experience. So, people used to like,
Nah,
at
look, I
least,
went to school.
yeah.
I never finished. So speaking of fourth grade, I never finished the fourth grade. I went straight to fifth grade, and like I was in school. I think I was in school for 2 weeks. Like I missed the first damn near the whole first quarter.
Mm.
I was only there for 2 weeks. Made honor roll, and the fucking kids, some of them couldn't believe it. Like, he just got here. How's your honor roll already?
Right, right.
Yeah, it was
That's
funny.
amazing. They didn't recommend to your family that you go to a gifted school, or they didn't push that with you
No, I was in public school. I mean,
you sound
I was in
like a
public
prodigy to
school.
me.
I don't know if that. I don't know. I can't recall that ever happening.
Right, you sound like a prodigy to me. That sounds like,
If it did, I believe if it did, it probably we couldn't afford it.
okay, because I
Right?
would
If it, yeah,
know.
if they did have that conversation, I know we probably couldn't afford it. That's why I didn't go. Probably more than likely.
Because I would think they would have some type of scholarship program or something, like if that was the case. So I was just wondering, like, if they like sent you or offered you the opportunity to go to a particular program, or maybe they just wanted you to be a kid. Maybe they didn't want to apply too much pressure on you, and just allowed you to have that balance between being an
Yes.
exceptional student and just being a child. So maybe that, I don't know. What do I know?
No, but you got a point. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah. So we went from high school. So after high school, did you know? Let me ask you, what did you know what you wanted to do? When you
I
grew
know
up.
what I knew. So because I messed up, right? I knew my grades wasn't getting me to college. Well, scholarship. One,
Wow, John.
two. Well, and I wait till the senior year to mess it up. Two, I knew I didn't. My family couldn't afford me going to college.
Mm,
So in the 11th grade, when I was a junior, I signed up for the military on the delayed entry program.
okay.
So in 11th grade, I signed up to join the military
And why did you decide? What made you decide to do that?
because I wasn't going to be stuck at home. There was nothing there. This was the devil. I wasn't staying there. I wasn't about to be trapped.
And that was the only reason. Like nothing else attracts you to the military other than that.
Well,
Oh,
my stepdad's a retired military. Marlon went into the Navy.
right.
Brandon went into the Army.
Yeah, y'all
Uh,
all.
and it was the only way out. It was the only way I seen out of my situation. And what I mean by my situation is, um, I wasn't going to college. When I was in school, I was working at like Wendy's and McDonald's.
Mhm.
Um, and I didn't want to be stuck in the neighborhood and the environment that I was in.
Gotcha.
I wanted out. So I joined the military when I was 17.
And
I had to get a waiver. I had to get a parent to sign for me to join the military.
age? Yeah, you want to be? Yeah, you underage. Absolutely.
hmm
What branch? What branch?
Air Force.
Air Force. Yes, yes. Okay, that's
Mhm.
the most slept on branch. Actually, I try to encourage my son to join the Air Force, but he told me it's too disciplined. So I get it. Yeah, but
Man, let me tell you something. If
yeah,
you ever see this, it's the greatest decision I ever made in my life.
yeah, I've heard a few people say like the Air Force like one of the best branches of the military. Actually, that's what I heard. They said it was the best experience. How long have you been there? And wait, what rank did you leave with?
I did 10 years. I left as an E6.
Okay, and was that sergeant? I mean,
Tech,
because it's
tech
different.
sergeant. Technical sergeant.
Tech sergeant. Okay, and I know like just give me a little overview about what your experience was, what your specialty was, and I know you did a couple of tours too, right? Did you
Yeah,
do
I did a couple tours.
a couple of tours? So you've been in the crutch, you've been in the trenches. So
hmm
and I want to get more like just an overview of even the benefits. Like I know the benefits and all that. Just kind of give me a more of an overview of the benefits and the cons of being in the military.
Benefits of being in the military. If you're young, like I was when I joined, well, you got three free meals and a place to sleep every day.
Mhm.
You got a consistent paycheck. It might be kind of low, but it's a consistent paycheck.
Right, right.
Your medical and dental is all paid for. Um, you just and what people don't realize about the military, and I try to explain this to people. I'm like, yeah, it's a disciplined place. It's not what you see on TV. I mean, basic training is, but
Mhm.
once you get into the operational military, It's just like working a regular 9 to 5 job. You
Right.
just do it in the military.
Right.
You just can deploy at any given moment.
Yeah, that part. Yeah.
You know, you meet some of the greatest people on earth from all different walks of life: black, white,
Mm-hmm.
Latino, Asian, Indian. Like, you meet some of the greatest people ever. You build some of the best bonds. um, and overall, I mean, it's an amazing experience. The discipline. I say this. I say this now because I did 10 years in the military, then I did 12 years with the federal government, and now I work in the private sector. And the biggest difference to me between the private sector and the military or the federal government is the structure
Yes. Yeah, that's structure. All right. Yeah.
and the discipline. The structure and the discipline.
And what were those tours like? Being were you in combat at all? Like, where were you? Like, where did you go?
Well, I did a tour in Iraq, I did a tour in Afghanistan, and then I did a tour in Dubai.
Oh, okay. And what was that like for you? What's that experience like? I mean, I know you can't really get, you
So
know,
when you first go over there, everybody's experience is different, right? Like, everybody's experience is different. It just depends on where you are in the AOR. Like, if you're in the trenches in the AOR, your experience would be different than somebody who's not in the trenches, right? When I was over there, I had to carry a weapon, but I was on a base with people who didn't have to carry their weapon because their mission over there was not the same as my mission over there,
right, right.
right? So it just depends. We've had some close encounters. I can tell you that.
Mm.
We've had a few of them. But I mean, I can't give you. I can only give you so much.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I said. Oh,
Um,
yeah.
but it's stressful being over there. It's not easy because you're over there 6, 8 months, a year at a time. And when you get back home, the world was still going after you left. So when you get back, everything's changed, everything's different, and then you have to readapt and reintegrate yourself into the life that you previously had, right?
Right, absolutely.
But overall, it just depends on where you deployed to, and what was your mission while you were over there. That determines what your experience is like.
Absolutely.
I
And
mean, you got to think they called Dubai the AOR, but they let us drink.
mm,
But you could, and we used to go off base, go downtown, buy stuff, send it back to the States. But Afghanistan and Iraq, you couldn't leave the base unless you were on a mission.
can you tell the people what AOR is?
Area of responsibility.
Thank you. And so when you have to adapt back into civilian life, how was that transition like for you? Did you experience PTSD? Like, how would you encourage others
I,
soldiers to adapt
I,
back into?
I experienced PTSD in a different way. Um, well, I can't say in a different way because I know I've experienced it very similar than to a lot of other military personnel. Um, Integrating back in is not difficult if the bond with the people you normally were with prior to you leaving, those bonds are the same when you return, then you're fine. Majority of my bonds were with military personnel at the time, so we all had the same experiences, so we adapted, right? And it was like, and a lot of times you can't wait for your people to get back from over there, right? So you welcome them back, like, welcome back, like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
because for one, they're
Um,
alive, they live through,
mhm,
so that's
mhm.
the thing.
The biggest thing is, if you have children
Yes.
and say you deploy your child like 1 years old, not even, and then you're gone for like a year and you come back and your child don't recognize you,
Yeah.
that's tough, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then those things are tough. You have a different instinct, right? You probably become very protective. You're always looking over your shoulder, or you're always looking for
Yes.
uh, a way out just in case something goes left, right? So you might case if you go to a restaurant or if you go to a store, a mall,
Mm,
you're always positioning yourself and putting yourself in position to move and act quickly.
yes.
Um, PTSD can go that deep. Um, I'll tell you, just to give an example of PTSD is, so if you're on an installation, like when an exercise, something like that is going on, we have the siren
Mm,
that they play, right? And it lets you know if the threat level increases or is the threat level imminent or anything like that. So when you're deployed, you hear that siren. When you come back to the States and you hear that siren, it has a whole different feeling to it.
mm,
I almost crashed driving.
what?
I heard that siren the first time I heard that siren when I got home. I
Wow.
almost crashed my car
Oh gosh. Yeah.
because I knew I wasn't in the AOR. Why am I hearing this siren? Scared the shit out of me.
Yes, you automatically paranoid, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Mm-hmm.
wow. And
Yeah.
so so how do you manage it?
You go to therapy.
Yeah. Thank you. I
You
was
go
I,
to therapy.
I was waiting for you to take it there. Okay.
And in military, we call it behavioral medicine. But you go, I mean, I think I did 5 years with behavioral medicine. I'm about to go back. I'm about to go back.
You are.
I
You're
never
not
stop going. I
oh,
might stop. I might stop for like a year or two.
first of all, going back to me or going back to because you can't go back to I'm like, wait a minute, you can't go back to military, you too old. Wait,
No. Back to therapy.
oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Back to therapy.
Oh, you too old. You can't go back. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back to therapy.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, and so can we get because I'm speaking of that, I want to get more into mental health, especially with not only with men, but men transitioning from military life, but just overall, can you give us some type of advice to those who try to struggle with mental health and not only struggle with mental health, but just struggle with the idea of um, where to start when it comes to seeking therapy, when it comes to approaching mental health the way they should, because it looks different for everyone, right? It looks different for everyone.
It does
So,
look different for everyone.
so can you, yeah, so give us like some insight into how do we approach the idea of mental health and therapy, just kind of
Well, we're
give,
talking about people from the military.
okay, start there.
Talking
Okay.
about people from the military.
Yeah.
You don't give up on those people.
Oh God. Yeah. Oh
The
God. No.
biggest, the biggest thing is people give up on those people because
Yeah.
they think they're crazy.
Yes. But they have to want it. A lot of these people, you have to understand, like just like regular civilian people, sometimes they tend to be in denial. They don't
Oh,
think
hold up. There we go. If they have violent episodes or episodes where people call it crash out nowadays, where they crash out.
yes.
It's a tick. I remember when my dad was in Vietnam,
Mm.
and I remember sitting at the table eating cereal with him, and whatever he dealt with over there, he had this tick where he used to always just do that.
Mm.
You'd be sitting there talking.
Okay, he's frozen.
For,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, because can you just go back to the tick part because you froze for a moment? So go back
yeah, I
to
was saying he would just tick.
cereal. Yeah.
He had it for a long time, like for years and years and years after Vietnam. He would like, and it just it's a reaction to something that happened over there. I never asked him, but which I am going to ask him
Yeah.
next
Okay.
time I'm with him because I have a sit down I want to do with him. One thing I realized about him just in general, like he don't have no time for small talk.
Mm.
He will not give you no small talk. If you're not talking about something that makes sense, it's going to make change, or he's not talking.
Yeah, don't waste my time. Yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
he is a don't waste my time. And I learned that by asking him specific questions about specific subjects that require answer in depth. And he'll talk about that stuff till he blue in the face. But he likes to talk about that stuff.
Mm.
Didn't know that for 40 years. Like, damn, that's all I had to do to talk to you. Oh shit. But yeah, I would say just don't give up on them. Always be there for them because it's not easy.
It's not.
If you're married to, if you are the child of um, a military member who has been in action, understand that his overprotectiveness comes because he's seen the darkest things of the world,
Mm.
and you have to understand that he just wants to protect you, and you don't know, it all, and take his advice or her advice.
Duly noted.
But genuinely love him and welcome him home. Welcome him home. I think I grew up. Yeah, I mean, I grew up. I already grew up tough, right? I mean, we from the Bronx.
Mm.
It don't get no dirtier, right? Um, before I ever deployed, like my mom died in front of my face,
Mm.
right? The amount of events in my life already prepared me for. I was numb. Well, I thought I was numb, but for me, it was just, oh, it's another thing.
Mm.
It's just another thing. You'll get through it, which I
But you
typically always do.
didn't realize how traumatic it really was.
Yeah, it was very traumatic.
Right.
Very traumatic. But but even in my interior, I'm so strong. I'll get through. I mean, I do have my moments where I could relapse or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I fall vulnerable. I do have my moments, but overall, I know at the end of the day I'm gonna get through it. I know how long it's gonna take, right? But I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna fight my way through it. I've been on the verge before.
Right. So how is it when your approach to fatherhood? You have three girls, you got three daughters. I mean, you have four daughters. Yes. So you can't make boys. See, that's you can't
Yeah,
make boys.
I'm not even gonna try neither.
Well, yeah,
I'm not.
you want to be able to if you try, you couldn't.
Them days are over. My approach is to be tough, vulnerable, open, but a dad.
But dad. And what does that look like overall? Like, I mean, I know you can't really give like in depth, but in cliff notes, what does that look like overall?
It looks, to me, it looks like, I don't know. You want to ask my daughter what it looks like?
So, I think they
She
should
might
tell her.
be scared. I don't know. She might be
Yeah,
scared. I would bring her in here. Lonnie!
yeah. I think they're the best person. Yeah, she's the best
Let me
source.
see if she want to be on
Yeah.
camera. Lonnie! Lonnie! I think she might be asleep. I had her out all day. We at like 4 different malls, and
Oh yeah, I was running.
yeah, we was running there, so she might be asleep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I would definitely want to hear like about. Well, you was being that your background. Were you a strict dad? Are you a strict dad?
I am strict, but I'm not strict to the point that like the kids hate me.
Okay, I was going to say.
I'm strict about certain things.
Right.
Right. I still believe everything has to be age appropriate.
Yes.
Right. I do believe in letting life's lessons teach sometime. Um,
Not shelter them.
yeah, I don't shelter them. They get freedom. They have their freedom. Um, it's open, right? My children can come to me and talk to me about anything. Sometimes they can, and they also have the floor to tell me how they feel about me. If I'm doing something, if I'm doing so I give you an example, right? So I give you an example. That's what I mean by it's tough. So this was, I want to say this was 20. 2016, around that time, maybe 2017. Can't remember. My daughter was in 8th grade. So let me see. She's about to graduate college. So this is about 8, 9 years ago. So yeah, it's about 2016. She had a step-up ceremony. Both of them she had one year, and then my other daughter had one the following year. Would have had it the next year. They had this thing called step-up where you go from 8th grade to 9th grade, and they do a ceremony at the school. I think that shit. At the time, I'm like, man, that shit is whack. Only thing that matters is you grad. No, I'm serious. At the time, I was like, only thing that matters is you graduate when you walk across 12th grade and get your diploma. Right? That's because I'm stone cold hardcore today.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do participation trophies. This is my mindset.
No. Well, you know what?
Let me get there. I got you. Let me get there. I'm gonna land. Don't worry. I'm gonna land.
To say I don't believe in that either. I'm like, if you ain't earn it, you don't get it. But go ahead.
Yeah, like I'm like, you ain't graduating high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to the 9th grade. You're going to high school. Right? So they were mad at me. They were mad at me. Stormed off, walking, left me.
Oh.
Had the attitude. They didn't want to talk to me. And I'm sitting there walking behind them like, I know I'm not tripping. Right? This is how I feel. I know I'm not tripping. And we get to the elevator because we was over at my sister's house. So we get to the elevator. And I'm like, y'all really mad that I don't want to go to step up? Yeah. Like, they're really upset. So I thought on it. I let them have that moment. I felt so bad that they was that mad at me. They were crushed. Like their feelings were hurt.
Yeah, because they didn't feel like support. Yeah.
Exactly. And it wasn't necessarily about them going to 9th grade or high school. It had nothing to do with that. It was about being recognized and feeling good about being recognized and wanting me to be there to share the moment. That's what was important. That is more important than me being strict.
Got it.
Now, I still don't believe in participation trophies.
Me either.
But in this moment,
right.
It isn't about that.
It was a transitional phase. Yeah, it is a difference. It's a slight difference.
I just call it participation trophy because that's the best.
Oh, that's how you. Okay, that's how you.
Eighth grade.
Okay, right.
Give me the diploma. That's what we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate when you get the diploma. You know what I'm saying? That was my attitude.
Right, got it.
But I had to reel myself in. And then the importance of the step-up ceremony was just me being there to witness it. That was the importance.
Absolutely.
And my pride at the time, in that moment, before the step-up, I went to the step-up ceremony. But my pride before that, I wouldn't have went. If I wasn't able to always look myself in the mirror and go, oh, you did that wrong or you messed that up.
Yeah, so I'm glad you made it right.
I'm always going to make it right.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. Because, a lot of times as parents, we have a difficult time taking accountability. That's the thing. It's always us, always right. And I try to avoid that as a parent as well. So kudos to you, cuz. Kudos to you.
That was great. Great.
So we going into relationships because there's a difference with your relationship with your daughters and relationship with women in general. So I want to know like how you don't want to get too much. I know that I don't want to get too personal, but I do want Tito. But I don't want to get too personal.
Get a little bit of tea.
Just give them some about how your experience and based on what you shared so far and as your life journey growing up?
Well, I won't even talk about the woman. I'll talk about me. I won't even talk about the woman. I'll talk about me.
Okay, all right, all right.
Because the reason why I'll do that is because I can't speak to
Right.
whatever was going on with them at the time of our relationship, but I can speak to what was going on with me.
Okay,
Right.
fair enough.
I haven't been in many relationships. Probably been in 3 or 4. Well, maybe that I'm 44, so
You ain't missing them. I mean, as far as dating, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I know. So I'm not a dater.
Yeah, yeah, you ain't missing them.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I'm not a dater,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't be with a woman who does date.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But this is me. It doesn't matter. This is all me. This is how I operate.
Right.
I will set the tone. I'll come after you. You don't come after me. And
so yeah, because so you still believe in pursuing. You know, you don't think of it as chasing. You believe in pursuing because a lot of men just lose sight of courtship. So I'm glad that you still have that.
Yeah, but we'll be friends. We'll be friends.
Right.
We'll be friends, and if I want to take it past friendship, I'll say something.
Got it.
If I don't want to take it past friendship, I'll never say anything about going past friendship.
Noted. Okay, so that's your approach to it. Okay, got you.
That's my approach to it.
Mm-hmm. But you are clear about your intentions.
I am clear.
Okay.
And I'm very disciplined. A lot of women will tell you I'm very disciplined.
Okay, so are you dating or you single? Oh no, you said you don't date, but are you single now? Or you?
Nope. I've been in a relationship almost 5 years.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
No, but yeah, I am in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for 5 years.
That's wonderful, though. No, that's wonderful.
She's amazing. She's beautiful. She's genuine. She's intentional. She sees me.
Intentional. Okay. What makes her intentional? Let me look. As you said intentional. What makes her intentional? Because that was a profound word right there.
A lot of people like to say match energy.
Gotcha.
I told you I set the tone. She gave it right back, and some more, and again more, and again more, and she invests in me, right, with my potential and what I do. She invests in that as well because that benefits all of us.
Wow. And so, how did y'all meet? How did that happen?
We known each other we known each other since we was teenagers, but we never really spoke. She slid in my DMs one day. So that's an inside joke. That's an inside joke, right? She really ain't slid in my DMs, but I always think she slid in my DM. I had posted something on social media, and it was controversial. And she wanted to comment, but she didn't comment directly on my page. She sent me a DM she prefaced it with, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or attack you or anything like that, but here's my perspective on this subject. This perspective I hadn't even thought about too. It's like, damn, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, thought-provoking.
Right? So then I was like, well, tell me what you think about this. And then tell me what you think about this. Because when I hear a perspective that one I didn't think of, I'm intrigued. Because I think I see things from like 25 different ways. So if I miss something,
that's a turn on. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I don't want to say a turn on, but it's more so now I want to talk to you.
It's a turn on.
Like, no, I want to have conversation with you.
It's still a turn on. It could be turned. It could be turned on different ways. You don't have to be
intellectual, but
yeah.
I want to hear your point of view now.
That's what I meant, cuz.
I want to hear your point of view, and
that's what I meant.
We just start talking every day. We just start talking every day.
And the girls like her, of course.
They love her. They love her. They love her.
Okay, no, yeah, I love that for you because it's like nowadays it seems like commitment in marriage is so underrated now, or so it's so to a point where people are discouraged from even
People are diluting it.
the concept. They're not, they're not on that wavelength anymore.
People are diluting it.
Diluting it, yeah, oh, yeah.
People, man and woman, men
They're
and women alike,
they
men and
just
women alike, they have diluted. They have diluted the best parts about themselves for the relationship.
mm, wow, that's a word. Can you repeat that, please?
Men and women alike have diluted. They have diluted the most important part about themselves for the relationship.
Mm, and that's where it's
Um,
toxic.
I think people forget. Like I think people forget men are men and women are women.
And
Like
it, and there
we,
are roles. I mean, I think a lot of times we don't. A lot of us don't accept that there are roles there. But
it's
that's another.
intangible.
Yeah, that's
It's
another.
intangible.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
another.
intangible. You have to embrace your strength. Like embrace your strength for the
Yes,
relationship.
right.
Um, um, even when I tell you, my lady invests in me. Right, I invest in her as well. But when I say, because you asked me about her, when I say she invests in me, she invests in what I'm great at.
Mm.
It's not rocket science, right? It's
See,
not.
it's not. It doesn't have to be, especially in our big ages. It don't have to be. you know.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it don't. And I invest right back in her.
But let me getting something just real quick. You still rap?
Nah,
No. Yes, I was wondering about that.
yeah, nah. Yeah, man, I put it down.
Never said. I
Almost
mean,
10 years ago.
up again. You might be back up in again. I mean, have you?
Oh, it ain't nothing for me to get out here and spit something.
Right? Are you totally detached from that?
Not really. Yes and no. It'll really take like an act. It'll really take an act of God for me to get in the
Mm,
booth.
okay.
But I still deal with people that do it
But within right,
consistently. Hmm.
because you was deep in it at one point. You won competitions with Ice Cube and everything. Yeah. So
Hmm.
he was
Yeah,
deep in it. Yeah, very
I was, I
talented.
was killing a tour. I was
Yeah.
killing. Man, listen, don't get me. Woo! Don't make me relive these glory days.
Yeah, right. There was a time. That was a time, I'm sure. And so tell me about your organization, please.
Inside and Out Project.
Inside and Out Project.
Yes. Shameless plug. Inside and Out Project. We are a national nonprofit. Simply put, we work on the youth transforming from the inside out. And we do this in a multitude of ways. First, by investing in the children and the community, showing up, providing resources to them that they don't even know about that exist in their communities. We bring the resources to them so that they have them as an outlet. We do this through basic life skills. We do this through mental toughness. We do this through financial literacy. We do this through STEM.
STEM.
We do it through suicide awareness, and the list goes on. Um, we are a we are a group of veterans,
Wonderful.
former group of veterans, former NBA player. Um, we travel from state to state, and we put on events. We
Wonderful.
put on youth camps. We do mindfulness events. We do a youth film festival. We do our pros and cons. I'm in the middle of working on a STEM class. So you can find us at insideandoutproject.org. Insideandoutproject.org. You'll see me on there like this.
Yeah. And you see in the description box when under this video that I have to edit now because he blabbed about something, but that's either here or there.
It is our baby.
Mhm.
We take it very serious. We're very intentional. We don't work with everybody. You have to
Oh,
be.
fabulous.
You have to
Yeah.
be intentional. You have to be for the cause. This is not a photo op. This is real life.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
and we bring these resources to the undeserved areas of our communities throughout the United States.
That's wonderful. Congratulations on that. And again, this information is going to be in the description box that I have to edit under this video that I have to wait to upload now because
I apologize.
he messed up and now I gotta figure out how to but it's gonna it's gonna be in the description box. And what are the age range for the youth? Is there a particular age range?
Yeah, I would say first grade to 12th grade.
Oh, okay. Wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful.
we tailor our curriculum to the age group.
Got it. Duly noted. But it's so much. It's so much that this they have access to. That's amazing. Cuz that's amazing.
Well, they
I'm
do have access. They just don't know they have access.
Yeah. No, I'm saying no, they do. Like I said, I'm talking
Mhm.
about as far as the people that's part of your organization, how many are there, by the way? All
On the
right.
organization,
Yes.
well, you have Dea, she's our president. You have me, I'm the vice president.
Mhm.
You have Mo, treasurer, and we have 4 board members.
And how many kids you have so
5
far?
board members. Jesus Christ.
There's tons of them. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you're doing so much. Like, how do you? I always wonder, like, how do you manage it all? Like, just balancing, personal and professional. How do you balance it all?
There's no balance. I'm the same person in every aspect of my life.
Oh, okay, okay. So you just kind of just. I mean, you one of those that? Are you one of those that just like in the moment, just kind of go with the flow, play it by ear, or you kind of plan things out?
I plan it. I plan it in my head, and I do everything else when I show up, unless I'm teaching. Like if I'm teaching, then I have my PowerPoints and
Mm,
my talking points, my statistics and everything like that. But uh, if we're in a meeting, same way. But if we're just getting started, I like to bring an energy to the team and to the children that sets the tone for how it's going to be for the next 4, 5, 10 days, however long we're going to be there.
Wonderful. All right, so I'm going to I want to kind of wrap things up, but I want to do like a little something. I like to ask this particular question because I just enjoy the answers that I get, the response that I get.
Oh boy, here we go. Let's go.
So it's good.
Cuz got me outside. Let's get it.
you know, and I keep forgetting because like I had a couple of interviews before and I forgot to ask them, but that's all right. I'm doing it with you. So, and this is a couple the questions that I'm providing right now are questions from the late great James Lipton of the Inside the Actor Studio. I want to make sure I give credit where credit is due. All right, so John Covington, if you had to seat 5 people at the table, who would they be and why, dead or alive? Okay, that's the first part of the question. Dead or alive, 5 people at your table. Who would you have there and why? And who would get the big piece of chicken and why?
Dead or alive, 5 people to seat at a table. Who am I seeing? This is tough.
Yeah, no.
This is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
5.
5 people. I'm going to start with Warren Buffett. It's going to be one.
Why?
Warren Buffett mastered the art of trading. Warren Buffett also, while he's not the richest man in the world, he can get the richest people in the world to sit down at the table.
That's true.
um, that there's a respect there for him that these people have. But mainly so, he'll tell you how he really looked into trading, but I want to sit him down to dive a little deeper into that conversation.
Okay,
Right.
next.
So I think Warren Buffett will be one of the people at those tables. Second person at the table. Um, uh, Second person I will put at that table is Martin Lawrence.
Okay.
Only because I need a comedic aspect to be there, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to sit Martin Lawrence at the table. But not only that, I think he's endured a lot throughout his career.
Yes. Yeah.
If you go back to his show, the reason why his show ended was
Mm-hmm.
because of some sexual assault claims or something of the sort. Watching him go through that, watching him go through the stuff in LA when he was in the middle of the street. And
Mental breakdown.
mhm, he's been through it. He's also had a stroke. But he still came out and gave us this recent Bad Boys movie where he fucking carried that movie. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a lot of insight that he can bring. Um, um, who else would I want at this table? Well, this is a tough question.
I know. And like I said, and it could change tomorrow. We just, it could,
Yeah,
it could
probably
change.
could.
Mhm.
I really have to think about who I want this third person to be at the table. Third person I would want at the table.
Like I said, dead or alive.
Dead or alive. Yeah, but my mind wasn't ready for this. I'll bring my grandma to the table.
My grandma.
Mm-hmm. I would want my grandma at the table just because I miss her. Love her to death. If mm, 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 mm.
Yeah, you have three so far. Warren Buffett, Martin Lawrence, and your grandmother. Those are three so far. Two more.
Now, my fourth person at the table, Dr. Sebi.
Okay.
Dr. Sebi would be the fourth person
Mm-hmm.
at the table if I could have him at the table. You know why? I don't need to. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And
People, why?
fifth,
Tell the people why. Tell the people why. Real quick. Tell the people why, briefly.
well, Dr. Sebi, for me,
Mm-hmm.
was the first person to introduce me to natural herb healing.
Okay.
Dr. Sebi, and the last person at the table. The last person at the table. Shoot. Well, what's the guy name? I forgot his name. Jesus Christ.
What is he?
He owned Apple.
Oh, Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Okay.
Steve Jobs would be number 5.
All right. Okay.
Steve
Why?
Jobs would be number 5. The reason why Steve Jobs would be number 5, and I'm gonna make this as simple as I can. I think ever since Steve Jobs passed away, Apple has not gotten better. It's not gotten better since he passed away. So whatever he took with him when he passed, he passed it on to the people who needed it to keep his brand going the way it was going. So we're bringing Steve Jobs back.
Bring Steve Jobs back. Who will get the big piece of chicken?
Me.
Like I
get the chicken.
So one more question. Now, actually, I'm going to make a correction real quick because that question wasn't from Jane Lipton. This one is. Sorry about that. Now, if you believe there's a pearly gate,
okay,
all right, What would you want your higher power to say?
If I believe there was a pearly
If
gates,
you believe there's a pearly gates, before you enter into those pearly gates, what would you want the higher power to say to you?
that I could come in, enter my son. I want him to say, "Come on, buddy, you good." I want him to tell me that I lived a good enough life that I could come in.
That
That I did good enough in life that I could come in. Good to
absolutely,
people, not just like good to people. I was a good person.
absolutely, and I truly believe that too. And that's a good way to wrap things up. But do you have any final words?
Yes, I do have one last thing, and I like to leave with everyone. Excuses are nails used to build a house of failure.
No,
We don't
no,
make excuses. We
ah,
make it happen.
make it happen. All right, John Covington, y'all.
Cause
Love,
love. Thank you.
mm, love you. You want me to drop you, or you want me to or you do it?
I don't know how to do it. Go ahead and drop me.
All right. Thank you so much. That was John Covington, y'all, my cousin. Shout out to him. I'm so proud of his endeavors, and I wish nothing but abundant blessings for him. All of the staff members that are part of his organization and his family. Shout out to everyone. And so now I gotta go in and gotta edit this and wait until I to upload because I gotta move some things. But you know what? I'm gonna do it because that's my cuz, and I'm going to do it for him. I'm going to do it for you, cuz. Okay, so let that be known. Shout out to John Covington for coming on my platform. Hopefully, he'll be back with us sooner than later. But in the meantime,